So hello, beautiful tribe, and welcome to Magic Month of February. I would be very grateful to those of you listening live if you could let me know that you can hear and that the technology is working okay. If you haven't met me before, my name is Karila and I am from the Starlight Temple, and Starlight is a company that does all sorts of courses and ceremonies and travel that is about using channeled and spiritual tools to live more of your joy, to live more of your best life, and to align and to ascend. And great that you can all hear. Magic Month is an energy forecast show that gives you an astrological and energetic and channeled overview of the year ahead, and the month ahead, and so that you can use that sacred information to align and to live in flow. What the guidance that this show will helpfully give you will be the best times to manifest, the best times to heal, the understanding of the forces and energies that are causing you to rise and fall and yo-yo in these crazy ascension times that we are living through. And I am so grateful to Magic Month because Magic Month is my oldest webinar, and I've been running it for years, and I just cannot imagine not having the energy forecast for the month and not I use it myself personally all the time to know the best times to do things, and so I hope it does the same for you. I'm really excited about February's forecast, because it's beautiful, and we're also going to be tuning in a little bit more in the forecast to this new year that we're in, because those of you that are regulars to Magic Month will know that for me, I feel like the year properly starts at the beginning of February, that January is a bit of a bridge month out of the old year, and the year truly starts with the Chinese New Year and Imbolc. And so we'll be connecting more to 2023, and I'm going to be sharing this very beautiful forecast with you. I really like it when we have a cosmic, positive, happy, good astrology forecast, because it doesn't happen that often, but it does in February 2023. So I hope that you enjoy this forecast as much as I am excited to share it. And we are going to begin by just doing a small meditation to become present. And so taking a moment to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I invite you to really connect to your eyelids. Give the weight of your eyelids to gravity, to Mother Earth, so that all of those tiny little muscles around your eyes relax. Now give the weight of your breath as you focus on your breath, giving the weight of your out-breath to Mother Earth. Feeling your neck and your shoulders. Relaxing. Now give the bottom of your heart and the smile that is the bottom of your heart, the curve of your heart chakra. Give the weight of this to Mother Earth, to gravity. Noticing that the little muscles in your back spread out. And choosing to give the weight of your pelvis to Mother Earth. Feeling your sacral chakra drop as you give into gravity. Really letting yourself drop into the holding and the support that is here and now. As you give the weight of your feet, the curve of your feet, that smile onto the earth, to the Great Mother. Feeling her holding the weight of your path. Bring your attention to your hands, giving the great weight and impact of what you have to give to Mother Earth. Connecting to the wholeness of your body. Give the weight of your body to Mother Earth. Just allowing the parts of you that have been holding on to be held, so that they let go. And as these different parts of you let go, notice the happening of peace. And breathing in love. Breathing out gratitude. Feeling a source light coming in to this time. And this space now. Illuminating you and the energies and the rhythms of this new year. Maybe this is the first time this year that you have taken the time to notice the shift, to notice the change. But breathe. Whether it is the first time or whether it is something you've already done. Just breathe into this new year. Connecting to it sensationally. Welcoming it. Inviting an intimacy and a symbiosis and a brilliance to happen between you and this new year. I'm relaxing even more into this webinar, trusting that it is exactly where you are meant to be. Opening your heart to what you want, to what you want to receive. Breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming in. And I really love my webinars to be co-creative. And so please do, if you're listening live, share in the chat box. Let us know what you're experiencing, how you liked the opening or what you felt. And please do share your own insights and wisdom and co-create this webinar with me. February is one of those lovely months where we have no major planets in retrograde, and we don't until April. Everybody, round of applause. So when a planet is in retrograde, it tends to be that there's inner work and purging to do on the theme of that planet. And so when we have one of these like windows or intervals where there's no planet in retrograde, you know, because retrograding planets are about turning inwards and slowing down, what no planets in retrograde mean is it's like an amazing energy to be like moving forward and creating waves and making change, and the flow and the blessings are just, and the ease happens. And so yay yay till mid-April. That's a really good thing. And February, you know, the big move forward is going to happen in March. February is the calm before the event, because March is absolutely one of the most, if not the most important month of the year astrologically. And so February is about moving forward by getting prepared, wrapping up loose ends, getting clear, raising your vibration, doing self-care. It's about making space and getting clear and moving forward through vision, rest, and decision. And becoming less attached. This is the guidance that I'm getting about February. We have like Imbolc is tomorrow. So Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere is the very beginning of spring. It is the festival that marks the buds breaking, the first signs of spring, the hope that we are out of the winter. And this for me always, I've done Magic Month for years, and it always, that's when you feel the year fully arriving, around Imbolc time. And like I said, especially once the Chinese New Year is in, and it's already in, it came in quite early this year. And this year is really cool in Chinese New Year astrology, or Chinese astrology, because it's the year of the rabbit, and the year of the rabbit is like good for everyone. Like, it's like the rabbit is about hope and peace and harmony and creativity and joy. And so it's a really wonderful year. And this year it's my guides talk about the rabbit, and like the rabbit's all about leaping. So when you're in the year of the rabbit, it's a time to like leap forward into big dreams and be full of belief. And also rabbits are very, very tantric, so it's also about pleasure and enjoying yourself and leaping because you're full of life force energy. And it's a water rabbit this year, and so the key to those leaps forward, the key to the year of the rabbit is water and the themes of water. So it's all about being able to flow and trust your emotions and trust your intuition. And I think the most significant thing, especially for February, is, water is not happy when it stays still. Water becomes very stagnant and unhealthy, and being stuck, being attached, staying still is what is going to mean you miss out on the leap of the rabbit. But leaping, being able to flow like water means we have to navigate in uncertainty. It's like we have to let go of what we know and go with the flow. And this year so I read this thing that said that in Feng Shui, the chi energy that's interlinked with time is currently at the end of a period that's number 8. And we're in the year of the water rabbit. We're moving into a period 9, which is about technological growth, the rise of women in power, and the growing kind of need for spirituality and transformation. And I believe that shift is happening in the year of the rabbit, because the rabbit is all about compassion, especially the water rabbit. It's like love, self-care, and care for each other is, and it's a yin rabbit, so it's feminine. So this is how we navigate that sea of uncertainty, with water principles, feminine principles, compassionate principles. There's also quite a strong presence of wood in 2023, which wood is like tree consciousness, so it's that compassion and that growth and expansion, but in an altruistic way, in a peaceful way. And this is, these are all the themes that we have to start cultivating and embodying in February. If we don't, if we don't strengthen those themes in our vibration, if we don't work with February and learn to embody these kind of rabbity, watery, tree themes that are about receiving and flowing and opening and becoming unlimited and joyful and caring, then we're going to find March and those big changes in March harder. And so there's a lot of innocent courage, I would say, that needs to be cultivated. And I feel like February is the time to cultivate it for so many reasons, which is why I'm going to take you through the forecast now. And so it feels very beautiful. I am not going to say, we all know what's going on in the planet. None of the... It's very, very beautiful. It's very, very life-giving. It's also very, very emotional. And all of us have to work really hard. Or I don't want to say the word hard because that's so onion rabbit. But all of us have to be affirmative of our vibration. All of us have to keep steering ourselves back into the things that are nourishing and supportive, because we're going through times of great change. And water is also very, very emotional and very, very unstable if you're not in the flow. And what I will say is that Imbolc is a really important festival right now. So Imbolc is the start of spring. And my guides say that, our collective consciousness has seasons. And these seasons, they last longer than the seasons that are outside. So we can have a season in our collective consciousness for like 2 years or something like that. And at the moment, we're in a springtime in our consciousness. And so it is really important that we understand the powers of springtime and the challenges, because that's what's actually going on for us collectively. And it has really helped me to keep understanding that we're in a springtime, because out of all of the seasons, springtime is, we often perceive it as being quite delicate, and we are quite delicate at least in this time, but actually it requires so much strength and so much courage. It's the harshest by far of all of the seasons. We think winter is harsh. Spring is the one that breaks everything, that that smashes through everything. In springtime, if you're not aligned, it's the most damaging. If you're not in time, it's the most serious in spring. Like a lamb that's born too soon, a plant that buds too early. And also the resources are lowest in spring because the winter stocks are running out and the summer stocks haven't started. And so this is where we're at. And I think it's so important on Imbolc to really honor the fact that we're in a springtime and connect at the beginning of spring outside to all of the medicines and understanding of what this time is for, which is about breaking free, is about breaking into the unknown, is about letting go of the past, is about listening like radically intuitively to yourself. And it is also about love. Like, this is the season that is more heart-based than any other. It's the season of, archetypally, it's the season of the maiden. And she is like the lover, And the big lesson here, the maiden's most important superpower is she has time. You know, youth is having time on your side. And how you can be that vulnerable and that radically intuitive and that courageous and that specific at aligning through this season that is actually quite vulnerable and harsh is time. So if there is anything you can give yourself, especially in February, because then the waves go crazy in March, is time. Take your time doing everything. Give more time than you need to everything. If you can be in ceremony this inbound, call in the wave, catch the wave, do something to connect to the earth, to invite the medicines and the power and the harmony, because this is the time that our consciousness can most harmonize, because that's what, you know, the season of our consciousness and the season that is happening outside of us are happening in symbiosis. And so this is a really, really beautiful time to do a ceremony. Imbolc is the first and the second. And to do a ceremony that's about, like, my favorite Imbolc ceremony is breaking promises. Like, get rid of all of the promises you made. Like, it's so powerful because we're so good at like sticking to things and not letting go of old things and hoarding. And it's like spring is all about not hoarding. It's all about flowing. It's all about letting go of what you know. And this is such a powerful energy for manifestation. It's such a good time for manifestation, especially when there are no planets in retrograde. When there are no planets in retrograde, it's so good for accelerating, making your energy rise and move faster and higher. And particularly this no planets in retrograde season is, when I tune into it, it's about embodying more of our higher self. So it's like, connect to your higher self, connect to more than who you are right now. What could be better in your manifest reality? You know, what could reflect your love and your light more? And this is what I invite you to do with Imbolc. And then, after saying there are no major planets in retrograde, there is an asteroid in retrograde, Ceres, which I never know if I pronounce her right. Sorry, I'm quite dyslexic. She is the goddess of, she's like the goddess of the corn. And she is one of the feminine asteroids that's all about nourishing and nurturing and moving inwards. And she's connected to the mother wound and how we care for ourselves and how we nurture ourselves. And, you know, I think this is really significant because so she's moving in retrograde on the 3rd of February. Now, everything that I have learned from doing this forecast for years is that what happens at the start of the month really is the like pointer, the North Star for what this month is all about. And obviously in February, we have Imbolc at the start of every February. But with this particular one retrograde, where everything else is forward moving forward, happening so early on in the month, and basically right through all of those planets being direct, it feels to me like if you want to get this move forward, which is really a move up, it's like up into more of your higher self, up into more of your potential, up into more of your flow. The way is self-care. So everything in your life has to be changing. Everything has to be shifting and moving and moving in a direction towards your joy. And yet you have to do more self-care to hold that. You have to nurture and nourish yourself more because the energies are starting to get so high. And the answers to how you move forward in precision and clarity, that comes from going inwards. That comes from this deep self-nourishment. This is so important right now. Your rest, your alignment, your bodies are being hit by energies that physical human bodies have never ever been hit with before. The earth is accelerating in its vibration, and your bodies have to digest and shift and adjust every single day to solar flares and ascension energies and collective consciousness shift. There is more ceremony and healing happening for the collective consciousness on the planet than we have known in definitely the last 2,000 years. And we have got to support our physical bodies in this. Otherwise, we just become scattered and disembodied. And we can't hear what we truly want. And February, really, it is. I'm going to let the guides channel about it more at the end of this, but it is like align now, pick now, choose now, you know, like it's a time to get a vision and start moving towards that vision. And you are not going to get the vision unless you use the medicine of the maiden, which is time. If you are just busy, how are you going to get your vision? How are you going to change? And so self-care and self-love is so important. And that's what the map of the sky is saying. And then on February 5th, we have Leo full moon. And really, you know, this full moon, Leo is a really good moon for vision and leadership. And there's a big Uranus energy active in the full moon, which is all about revolution and change. It's a very bright, bold, full moon. And it's about making yourself more ignited, more sparked. And this is a powerful moon to manifest. Really powerful moon to do a vision board, to do an offering, to manifest. And to affirm, and to manifest with affirmation, because it's like a moon that's like, own yourself, own your life, take responsibility for it. In many ways, February in general is about like, take responsibility for your life and the choices that have created your life as it is. And look what's wrong, what doesn't fit anymore, what isn't good enough. I would say that one of the best things you can do this full moon is journal about what is not good enough for you, because that's you taking responsibility for it. And when you start looking at what's not right and what's not good enough, then you can start to make a new choice. And my guides are also saying, you know, this moon is also a powerful time to like make the decision that nobody's gonna save you but you know, like it's one of those moons. It's like step up level by yourself. And so when I was tuning in to this forecast, one of the things I was reminded of is that not making a choice is also a choice. And many of us are in states of limbo at the moment around some of our choices. And in February, that limbo will also be the choice. And this year being directionless, water is always about the direction it's going in. The rabbit is all about leaping towards something. Like, we've got to make choices, and especially choices that take us into the unknown and the great beyond and the mystery. Those are particularly good choices to be making. And it's so hard. I'm thinking of some of the choices that I know I'm not making, and I'm like, I have to make them. This moon is a really good time to start making them. And the guides are just saying to me, the best choice. What's the best choice? Even if there's no evidence of the best version in your life, make that choice. Trust that you making the choice will start to bring that evidence. And then straight after that, we've got Mercury leaving its shadow period. So Mercury was in retrograde. Post-retrograde, it's in the shadow period. And Mercury is all about like moving forward and communication. So what's happening in the sky in the first week of February is like, connect to your spring, connect to your courage, connect to those things, to the part of you that is so helpful and so possible and so vulnerable, and then own it. And break the old life. And if you do, you will start to move forward and you'll start to be able to communicate. I would say that the best thing you can do in February is rest and vision. Keep resting, keep doing self-care, and keep visioning. Keep visioning the best. What is the best that you can want for yourself? And then what do you have to let go of? What's in the way of that best? What do you have to stop hoarding? And then on February 15th, we have Venus conjunct with Neptune in Pisces. And, Venus and Neptune, what a dream. Like, Venus is, so all of the planets, they pull our currents of consciousness. And Venus, she's love and sensuality. And Neptune is dreams, and so the middle of the month is also significant because it tells us like what happens in the middle of the month astrologically, like tells us the key to it all. And the key to it all, especially like straight after Valentine's, it's love. This year, this month, these new choices, they're about living from your heart. And living sweetly and living softly and walking lightly. But also opening your heart wider than ever before. Really romancing life and self and love and the earth. It's living in the beauty. And to me, this is the self-care that we need to do. Even when it feels like the chaos is happening out there, like we have to make our space beautiful. The full moon is like, own it. It's like, okay, there's so much craziness going on out there, but how can I live in peace and luxury and beauty? What can I do? Like, I've started before my webinars, like lighting incense and making it really sensual in here because it makes it a more beautiful experience for me, even though you can't smell the incense. But it's just like, how can we, and that's come from asking that question, like, how can I be more beautiful? And so the middle of the month, very, 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 very powerful time to be doing heart practices, to be opening your heart, to be connecting to what love living is. What does it mean to be love living? Very powerful time to be manifesting love, to be calling love into your life in whatever forms you want more of it, but you should all want more of it. Also powerful time to be doing any kind of healing on the heart. In fact, I would say that February as a month in general is a wonderful time to be doing healing on the heart. And it's also spacious February, you know, like between the 15th of February, the 8th of Mercury leaving the shadow period to the 15th, there isn't anything going on astrologically, not major. That's rare. But February is saying space, time. The sky is telling you what you need to do to get ready. And the reason we need that space is because March is going to force so many of us to change direction. What's astrologically going on in March, amongst other things, is Pluto is moving into Aquarius. And Pluto's been in Capricorn for 20 years. So this is a huge shift. And Pluto is our shadow. And that is what creates most of our reality. And so that shift is huge. And a shift like that can be very PMT if you're not conscious. Whereas if you are conscious, if you are working with it, then it can be the most powerful shift. The one that is really used for manifestation. And space and stillness. This is how we change energetic direction consciously. So in our breath, we stop breathing we stop breathing out in order to start breathing in. It's like we need to have these stop moments this month. And they are self-care moments, yin yoga, meditation, just listening to beautiful music. But with the intention to get clear on the direction that you actually want. So you're not flung about by the changes that are coming. So that you're actually in the flow of what you want. Because your vision matters, because, you know, you've got to choose it. And then on February 16th, we have the Sun conjunct with Saturn in Aquarius. And this is the last time that Saturn and the Sun will come together in Aquarius for nearly 30 years, for 28.5 years. And we've had a lot of karmic lessons. Saturn is the law of karma and order, karma. And Aquarius is, you know, where we're going. And so we've had a big kind of reordering and clear out, and the Sun is truth. And this day is a very, 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 very powerful day. This day and the kind of 16th to the 19th of February, very, very powerful time to be healing, to be clearing, to be cleansing. Because of that conjunction, like clear out the last truths, the last karmas, the big journey you've been on since 2020, you know? The Aquarius is the water bearer. I read this, it was really nice. She's a water bearer. And, you know, water symbolizes our heavy emotions. But because Aquarius is air, Aquarius is all about our heavy emotions being transformed and neutralized by the power of air. It's like these heavy satin karmic things that we're so guilty about and trapped by, these truths that do not serve us, particularly this truth of self-sacrifice, because that's the big Piscean truth, the guilt, of Pisces, those things, like, use this middle of the month to clear that out, to clear it, to release it, and to clear the energy that surrounds you. Clear out your vibration. This is an amazing month to declutter, to let go, to leave. It's like the more space you can create, the more aligned your new direction is going to be. And you've got to really get clear soon on where you're creating space and how. And then in February 19th, we go into the Pisces new moon. And Pisces is the end of the cycle. So this new moon is like endings and beginnings. And that's, this is happening in the middle of the month. This middle of the month is like completion. Get ready for the new. And reflection. Look back. Look back on everything that happened last year. What's coming to an end. And what is beginning? Where does your creative energy want to go next? Remember the rabbit, remember to just be joyful and bounce off in a new direction. This is a powerful, powerful moon to be clearing attachment, to be getting rid of attachments that do not serve and do not belong to you. Attachment, and I'll let my guides go into this, but attachment is the most important thing. That's why this month it's all about healing your heart. It's all about healing your heart. And I'll get the guides to explain it, but we are coming into a time where we have to become better at manifesting, because the systems that have been supporting us are stopping working. They are not working. They are not functioning. And as light workers, as way showers, our role is to learn how to manifest, so that when those systems stop working, we can still manifest what we and everybody around us needs. And we can only do that miracle level of manifesting if our heart isn't attached. Because you need so much love in your heart to manifest a miracle. You need to hold so much light in your heart and so much flow of energy through you, that you and your vibration needs to be so high that you can't have attachments. And this month will be getting you ready, especially on the moons and these significant dates. It will show you where your heart's attached, where your heart is holding on rather than being held. And so this is the healing journey to go on this month. Very, very powerful on this moon. Clear out your attachments. Release your attachments. And then on the 21st to the 24th, we have the sun, which is truth, conjunct with the royal star. And again, this is one I didn't actually look up how to pronounce it. It's called Formalhaut, I think. You'll have to look up the pronunciation of it. And there are 4 royal stars in the sky, and the royal stars are like the gatekeepers to our galaxy. They are like the north, south, east, and west, and they're like guardians of the sky. They're like our highest version of stars in our sky, and they're part of our direction. And the royal stars, when they align with the sun, their energy is pouring through our truth, because the sun represents our truth, and their energy is like absolute medicine, like higher self, like soul truth, how it is truth. And this star, out of all of the 4, is the gatekeeper or the guardian of the southern sky, which, interestingly enough, in some directions, south is water. I believe that this, that this time period of the 21st to the 24th of February is an opportunity to cleanse our waters, to cleanse what is in the way of our flow. This star is, out of all of the stars, the ones that we can actually feel the most, out of the royal stars, it's the one that is most attuned to our soul energy and our human body. It's the one that can help align, bring us into wholeness, like soul in body and body in soul. And yet it is also it's in a way the hardest of the royal stars, because it's often described as the loneliest one. It is the death phase in the cycle of death and rebirth. And so this time period is a time for letting go of attachment, because the greatest form of letting go of attachment is death. It's sending that which you don't want into the great void, into completely dissolving it, letting the ego and the attachments of the ego die. And as you do, this star activates your spiritual gift and creates something that can, creates a space into which the new can be born, because everything is born in space. And so it is the star of the cosmic space, the cosmic womb of Nut. It's this possibility of death and rebirth. And this time period, this to me is the most Imbolc and this are the two most important times in February, because there's nothing astrologically after this. That's how spacious February is. And the 24th to the 21st to the 24th is like, okay, clear out. Cleanse your vibration. Your vibration is your wholeness. Cleanse who you are. Let it go. Because who you are isn't coming with you to where you're going next. Not the identity. And so this time is so powerful for healing and ceremonial healing. And this is February. That's it for the forecast. But all of that space, astrologically, energetically, it allows for activation of your spiritual truth. It allows for you to creatively, and when I say creatively, I mean in what you're manifesting and in your path, change direction. It allows you to open your heart beyond its attachment to dreams that you can barely vision. And all you have to do is care for yourself and fill yourself up with and support yourself vibrationally as much as you can. So that you can be at peace. so that you can let miracles flow through your heart. And so that is the forecast. What do we think? What do we think? I'm going to hand over to the guides and see if they have any guidance on what to do. But I would love to hear what you think about the forecast. The card of the month that I've pulled for us is boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And why is this so important? Because our attachments come from where we are unheld. And, attach is to express being unheld. And we have to start living being held and being supported. And preserving our energy because we need it, because it's our manifesting magical powers. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. And for when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes, then you really mean no. You are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be the need for approval or a fear of being seen in a certain way or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is your second brain. It has an intelligence known as a gut feeling. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? Better boundaries. And really what we're clearing out is those weak boundaries, manifestations that were made out of us settling for less than the best. That's what to start tuning into and looking at really radically in your life. Really, 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 really radically. I'm glad you think the forecast is good. I think the forecast is good too. In terms of offerings that Starlight Temple has. So if you're in Brighton, me and the lovely, amazing Grazia from Brighton Curtin on Valentine's Day, just before that 15th of February, middle of the month, we've got a love ceremony. We're doing a love ceremony that is all cacao and curtain and ritual, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's about frequencies and energies and loveliness. You can click the links to these and they will open up in another tab. So I will remove that. And then on the 15th, on the day that is the day of the heart, I am very, 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 that is the day of living from the heart. Our Make Your Home a Temple house clearing course is beginning. And in terms of being held, in terms of vibration or manifesting, in terms of support, in terms of flow, there is nothing, in terms of clearing out, there is nothing that you can do that is a better investment than clearing your house, because we spend so much time looking after our vibration, right? We do so much meditation and yoga and and all of that stuff is amazing, but most people are in stagnant energy in their home, because every home has energetic portals that haven't been properly looked after because of the way we build, the way we move into houses. And those portals, I have never met a healthy house portal until you've done this process. And honestly, when you get, it is so significant, this process, that like everybody will notice, because what it does is it brings the energy of Gaia flowing through your house. It means your house breathes. And just like with water, if the energy can move, it's not stagnant. And, you know, that has a bigger impact on your vibration than anything else I know of, because it is, you know, we cannot meditate for 24 hours a day. But when your house is cleared and working with you energetically, what happens is your energy is constantly being cleansed and purified and raised, even when you're doing your washing up, even when you are asleep. And so it's one of the most vibration raising things you can do. It absolutely anchors your house into Aquaria. It's amazing for manifestation. It naturally means you start decluttering and clearing your space. It is amazing. And there is no process like it. It is absolutely astounding. Like, it's one of the most amazing processes that you can do for yourself. And actually the clearing day is like, I didn't time this, I promise. The house clearing course has been up for ages, but the clearing day is the last day of the royal star conjunct with the sun, which is like that. That's going to be so powerful. And it's a skill. So once you've learned how to do it, you can you can clear other people's houses. It can be a skill that you go and make money on in your path. So those are, click the link, you can find out about that. The final thing I want to say is, if you want a discount on the house clearing course, or if you just want support and extra loveliness, we have the Starlight Sanctuary, which is it gets you amazing discounts on our courses. So the house clearing course will probably be on again in June. Oh, thank you, Naomi. It is magic. It's like the most magical course. It's like proper witch work, the house clearing course. So yeah, it will probably be on again in June. And I just want to say, this is probably one of the last times I will be holding the house clearing course, because we are starting a proper year-long training to train other people to hold it, and because more houses need to be cleared than just the 2 times a year that Starlight puts it on. And so once those people are trained, I doubt I'll be holding it. And so yeah, this is, if you want me to hold it, it is going to be one of the last times. And no, the embark ceremony is not online. And so, yeah, the Starlight Sanctuary, also amazing, really affordable. If you feel like you need to be held unsupported, the sanctuary is the temple that's always open. It gets you a discount on the house clearing course. Hive Mind Alone, which is an offering we have in the sanctuary, where you get to bring your path problems to the community, and everybody reflects back and supports and idea bashes with you and helps you. That alone is worth joining the sanctuary. There's loads of other amazing offerings, and they will all be around the things that are in this forecast. I am even thinking about, I need to tune into it more, because I'm getting like tingles about this royal star thing at the end of the month. And I don't know, I might just do something just in the sanctuary, or I might do something that's free for sanctuary members and charged for everybody else. But it feels like it would be beautiful to have some kind of mini transmissions or something going on. So I'm going to tune in more about that, because I felt a real pull towards it. And yeah, that's what Starlight has to support you and help you. And yeah, the sanctuary will do loads of stuff around the forecast and help you manifest and heal and all of those things. So that's, if you want more than this monthly offering, then that's what we have. Highly recommend the house clearing course. Like, I would not live in a house that wasn't cleared. It is the first thing I do when I move into a house, because once you have lived in a cleared house, you're like, I am not going back to living in stale energy, because it's just not how we're meant to live. And it has an impact on everything from your health to your happiness, to your ability to manifest, to your ability to heal, to your ability to walk your path. It is the way you can keep yourself high vibrational and in temple space and in sacred space, when not even just when you're in your home, because your home energy actually supports you when you're not in your home. Like, your portals clear your energy even when you're not in your home. And so it's just, yeah, in these crazy ass times, we need we need the support of our home energy to be our sanctuary, to be our place that raises our vibration. Like, you will not regret doing the house clearing. Nobody has ever regretted doing the house clearing course. Like, it will change your relationship with your home, and it naturally helps you clear out. Like, you start listening to your home and you start decluttering, and the process also declutters you. So, we work with medicines in the house clearing, and the medicines will work through your energy. So it will be really amazing for getting you ready for March, because you'll be working with more medicines than you could ever work with if you were digesting them, because you'll be working with them through portal vibration. And so that, my darlings, is our offerings at Starlight. Obviously, whatever speaks to your heart, we would love you to come to. And I am going to end this magic month. Just going to put the house clearing up again. So I'm going to end this magic month by seeing if the guides have anything that they want to say about this month. And I ask that the highest level guidance flows through me for the highest good and the greatest joy of us all. Children of love, we say to you that this month is a month of dropping into love, a month of choosing love, a month of expressing love, We say that if you are going to be in ceremony on Imbolc, then invite your inner maiden, whether you are male or female or priesty, to be your guide, your teacher this month. And do with love. For it is love that is able to hold vision. When your heart is full of unconditional and unattached love, you are able to hold the space for a vision, a miracle, a manifestation to be realized, to be received and realized. When your heart is attached, what is happening is your heart is too contracted for the new direction, for the vision that you are heading towards and simultaneously receiving. Attachment is the contraction of the heart. And so the greatest thing that you can do is let go. Know that when you are connecting into stress and fear and worry and resistance, these are expressions of your heart being attached. And so let go. Let go of what you have already created. Believe that if you can create the reality that you are currently in, you can create another reality. And the more spacious your heart is, the more soulful that reality will be. For your soul is big. Be compassionate with yourself. Be unconditional and unattached when you are visioning. And use the time of the royal star to stop to pause, to change direction. We invite you to this month slow down into love. If we have one piece of advice for you, it is to rest every day of this month for about 20 minutes a day or more. Resting is the gentlest and the softest way of detaching. And every time you rest truly and fully without distraction, you will be creating a little bit more space in your heart for the dream of the new earth that your soul is here to live. We invite you to live carefully, to live beautifully, to live slowly, and masterfully, to look after your energy and your space. For that is all you can be responsible for, is your manifestations, your reality. We invite you to live intentionally, set intention every day. Not to achieve more, but to be love living throughout more of your day. And know that when you feel the pain of that which is no longer aligned for you, and as the month goes on, this will become clearer and clearer, harder and harder to deny, harder and harder to ignore. Know that those things that you are having to let go of, having to stop hoarding, they are not in alignment because there is something better waiting to meet you. That you are rising up out of your old creations, just like the buds that are breaking free. We invite you to gather your energy, to gather your direction, and to take the time to call the voice of your inner self, to call this voice back into you. And how do you call your inner voice? The voice of your knowing, the voice of your pristine alignment. How do you call this voice? By being held, by being held by the now, by the beauty that is happening now. For this voice, the voice that will lead you to a beautiful life, will only speak to the beauty that is happening now. And in every now, no matter the conditions, no matter what is going on, there is a way for you to experience beauty. Put on some beautiful music. Wear a beautiful smell. Give thanks. Feel the energies that surround you rather than the stories. For your inner voice will only speak to beauty. So hold yourself in beauty, and she will, or he will, or they will begin to speak about what you need to know for your life to become more beautiful. Have peace in your heart. This is how miracles will manifest. Make space. This is how you will receive, including the receiving of your visions. Get ready. The time is now. And choose. Choose the best possibilities that you can imagine because the time is now. Beautiful message. And so closing your eyes and sending love and gratitude to each other, to the guides, to Mother Earth, feeling the violet and the rainbow fire coming through your energy, transmuting all energy that does not serve or belong into love and light. In a golden rain shower of light to take any energy that is meant to go to Gaia as an offering to Gaia. And a big beam of source light to take any energy that's meant to go somewhere else as an offering to the stars. Breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. Sending love and gratitude to everybody listening, to all of the minerals, all of the plants, all of the animals, to all of humankind, to fire, earth, air, water, love, light, matter, mystery, source, spirit, stars, self, to all of love. Breathing in love and breathing out gratitude. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you all so very much for coming. Sending you all so much love and wishing you a very magical Imbolc February, year of the water bunny magic rabbit. Mwah. Please, if this magic month was helpful, share it. The time of us helping each other is here. So if you found it helpful and you want to show your thanks, please pass it on and let other people know about this forecast and this very sacred special time. So much love and gratitude and blessings and magic to you all.